This is the Dallas Morning News.
It's Tuesday, July 8th. Mostly cloudy with heavy thunderstorms throughout the day. There is a chance for some localized flooding and ponding on roadways. The high will be 93. Partly cloudy this evening with a chance of a stray thunderstorm in the area. The overnight low will be 75. Here are today's headlines. As search and rescue efforts continued yesterday, local officials in the Texas Hill Country confirmed more than 100 people have been killed by the Texas floods over the 4th of July weekend. In Kerr County, the sheriff's office confirmed that searchers have found the bodies of 84 people, 56 adults and 28 children. 22 adults and 10 children have yet to be identified. As of last night, 10 Camp Mystic campers and one counselor remain unaccounted for. Texas Hill Country is home to several summer camps, including Camp Mystic, which grieved the loss of 27 campers and counselors. Local first responders and government officials said they expect the number of confirmed dead to grow in the coming days as search and rescue teams and volunteers comb the banks of the Guadalupe River. 20 other deaths have been reported in other parts of Texas, 1 in Tom Green County, 2 in Williamson County, 4 in Burnett County, 6 in Kendall County, and 7 in Travis County. The death toll stands at 104 people as of Monday evening. With additional rain on the way and more flooding threatened in saturated parts of central Texas, Kerrville Mayor Joe Herring Jr. said at a news briefing Monday, "This will be a rough week. Primary search continues, and we remain hopeful. Every foot, every mile, every bend of the river, our work continues." In other news, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick said Monday that Texas should buy warning sirens for counties in flash flood zones by next summer to better alert residents so they can get to safety when catastrophes hit in the middle of the night while residents are asleep. Patrick said he met with Governor Greg Abbott earlier in the day to talk about the catastrophic floods that killed more than 100 in the Texas Hill Country over the 4th of July weekend. Local first responders and government officials said they expect the number of confirmed dead to grow in the coming days as search and rescue teams comb the banks of the Guadalupe River. What stood out to him and Abbott about the disaster were news reports with officials saying residents did not have emergency sirens because the counties could not afford them. Alerts went out to phones in the middle of the night, but many people did not hear them. A spokesman for Abbott declined to comment on the conversation, but said the governor looks forward to addressing the issues during the special session. It was not immediately clear how much it would cost to provide the sirens or how many counties would need them. Next up, the U.S. Attorney General's office on Monday warned of scammers trying to profit from the deadly flooding. Natural disasters and severe weather can create opportunities for scammers. People may be more vulnerable to fraudulent schemes that are targeting charitable intentions. Kerrville City Manager Dalton Rice also warned of the potential for scammers targeting the families of flooding victims, saying, quote, "We're dealing with scammers. Victims' families are being reached out to, saying that they have their kids. Pay me money. It is absolutely heartbreaking." End quote. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton also issued a consumer alert warning Texans to be wary of scammers. The alert cautioned everyone in an area affected by storms and flooding to be careful when receiving offers of assistance for help in rebuilding damaged property. The offenders often target their intended victims via phone, text, mail, email, or going door to door. Scams involving contractors failing to perform work they were paid to do are not uncommon following natural disasters like the Texas flooding. According to the Texas Attorney General's office, once the governor has issued a disaster declaration, vendors are prohibited from charging excessive prices for necessities during and after the crisis. And in the wake of the floods that devastated central Texas, a handful of restaurants in Dallas-Fort Worth are directing their profits to victim relief funds. Italian restaurant Partenope is donating 100% of its sales on July 10th to the Kerr County Flood Relief Fund. Profits from both the downtown Dallas location and the Richardson location will be donated. On July 9th, 100% of proceeds from all truck yard locations will also go to Kerr County Relief Fund. Hopdoddy, which has locations across 8 states, including Texas, has pledged 100% of its July 9th proceeds to Texas Search and Rescue. The Austin-based restaurant group behind LaRue, Uchi, Uchiko, and Uchiba partnered with Mercy Chefs, a nonprofit that provides chef-made meals to disaster victims and first responders. This week, they are donating a portion of sales at Uchi, Uchiko, and Uchiba restaurants to the nonprofit. At Loro, customers can round up their checks to make a donation. Duro Hospitality Group, the Dallas company behind El Carlos Elegante, the Charles, and Cafe Duro, is donating a portion of those restaurants' proceeds throughout the month of July to the Texas Hill Country Flood Relief Fund. Lower Greenville restaurant Via Triazzi is also funneling some of its profits to Central Texas. Through July 13th, a portion of sales from the Italian restaurant and its new terrace will go toward supporting disaster relief efforts. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your day. I'll be back tomorrow with more from the Dallas Morning News.